What is good, peasants? My name is JB, and we are here today with my Week 2 Team Builder in the PCL. This week we are taking on Vols Are Awesome / the 14th Doctor / this man has way too many damn names. I'm kidding. Coach of the Chicago Beartics, currently rocking a record of 0-1, -1, so he took an L week 1, but it was a really close game, so it is what it is there. He has a pretty damn scary team, not gonna lie. You should go check him out in the description below. His link is along with all the other coaches will be down there, so yeah, go check him out and show him some love. And anyway, this team's pretty damn threatening, not gonna lie. Let's just go ahead and go over it. He has the Mew with Z moves, Melodic, Haxorus, Jolteon, Ditto, Ninjask with Z moves, Tapu Bulu, Heatran, Donphan, Cryogonal, and Mega Mawile. So, a couple things worth noting. Munium Z is allowed, so Genesis Supernova is a thing. Speed Pass is also allowed on Ninjask, so that's pretty scary. And also, we're having to play 3 of our children in 2 weeks. So Donphan and Mega Mawile, for those of you who don't know, were on my finals team last season. So we had to play Solomon's week 1, which is on that team as well. And then we have to play Donphan and Mega Mawile. So that's pretty apropos, I guess, that we have to fight our children in consecutive weeks. A lot of children, a lot of our mons that we have to play, our previous team members, whatever. You guys know what I mean. Anyway. Going over his team and like what I see as threats, Mew with Munium Z is definitely a thing I can see coming. I know he likes running that set. He's a big fan of it. Honestly, I'm not too scared of like a defensive Mew. I don't think defensive Mew has the best matchup. I think Dual Dance Mew has a very high possibility of coming with Nasty Plot, Rock Polish, Psychic, and like it would have to either be Aura Sphere or Dazzling Gleam at that point. So I could see like a Dual Dance Mew putting in a ton of work against this team, so that's something we definitely have to be on the lookout for. Melodic, it's a fat piece of crap water snake thing that doesn't die. It recovers, it clicks Scald, it clicks Haze, it toxics things. It's just like no one ever wants to play a Melodic, so yeah, he has a Melodic. Haxorus, honestly, I could definitely see a Scarf Haxorus coming this week, as I do have a Hydreigon, which always outspeeds Haxorus, so I could definitely see a Scarf Haxorus coming. Not too sure if he'd bring Dragon Dance, because not a lot of things he can Dragon Dance really on, but he can just kind of just click Scarf moves against me and put in work if he wants to go that route. I could definitely see that being a thing. Jolteon, really fast electric type, doesn't do a whole lot. It clicks Thunderbolt, it clicks Volt Switch, and then it either has Signal Beam, Shadow Ball, and Hidden Power, some combination of those 3. So unless you're Garchomp the God or Shay and you run Z Mud Slap or Double Kick. But I don't think I'm playing my friends this week. I'm not sure. Not to say Vols isn't my friend. You guys know what I mean. I'm gonna stop talking before I make things awkward. Too late. Anyway, Ditto. I don't really see Ditto coming. I don't have a whole lot of setup on this team, so I don't think Ditto has the best matchup. I'm not too worried about Ditto, honestly. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. It doesn't really do much against me. If he does bring it, like, I'm not worried about it, because worst he's just gonna Scarf into my Scarf, or if I even have a Scarf or Minky Face. But yeah, at worst he's just gonna copy one of my sets, which I mean, spoiler alert, I'm not bringing setup this week because there's a Ditto on the other team. Next up, Ninjask. I'm not too terrified of Speed Pass. Just draw like raw Speed Pass. I'm not too worried about that. But however, I am pretty worried about like an SD3 attack set potentially, because honestly, Ninja's dual stabs are pretty hard to switch into. So say he's like SD, Aerial Ace, Leech Life, and Dig, like Z Dig or something like that. That could put in a ton of work against me. So that is a set I'm actually pretty damn scared of. Is Ninjask offensively could put in a decent amount of work. I don't really have the best switch in stuff thing, so yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if that came. Tapu Bulu, again, not too sure this thing has the best matchup. I have a Mega Venusaur, which pretty much shuts down most Tapu Bulu sets. It even needs like pretty much any Zen Headbutt, and it's not a Z user, so he can't Shattered Psyche me, so I'm not too worried about Bulu coming potentially. Doesn't have the best matchup, but it could put in work as like a banded slow Mon, I guess. Not, like I said, I'm not too sure. And Mon is a great matchup. Heatran, though, however, does have a pretty good matchup defensively against me. That's outside the lane of T, obviously. So, I can see like a Spadef set with like Rocks, Toxic, and Taunt and stuff like that being a thing. Wouldn't be surprised. Donphan, Rapid Spinner, clicks Earthquake. It has Ice Shard access, so I could definitely see that coming as a way to keep Lendo in check. Other than that, it just spins and sets rocks. It's really all it does. It's a decent wall, but that's about it. Cryogonal is another mon that I'm actually pretty damn scared of offensively, because it has a weird speed tier for my team, and I don't have a whole lot of weird ways to beat it. Like, it just kind of can come in on a lot of my team. So yeah, it's pretty annoying. Relatively fast, great SPDF, which is the big issue. It has really good SPDF, like 135 or something like that. So yeah, it's pretty annoying for my team to deal with offensively, but again, I have a few ways to just kill it. I'm not too worried about it, but it could put in work offensively. And the Mega Mawile is obviously an absolute unit. I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah, Mega Mawile is obviously a humongous threat. Again, I'm not too worried about like just a raw speed pass into Mega Mawile because I have things that can live hits from Mega Mawile. However, if he gets a Sword Stance up with the speed pass, that's when it becomes an issue. That's when I lose the game. But if he just raw speed passes into it and I have a favorable matchup in against it, I'm not too worried about like a +2 speed Mega Mawile just by itself. Obviously, it's a threat, but I have things that can deal with that. Anyway, getting into the squad, I want to give shoutouts to Dorian and Shay for helping me build this week, and let's go ahead and get into the squad. First off, making his debut, we have Oswald the Empoleon, Leftovers Torrent, Stealth Rock Scald, Ice Beam, and Roar the moveset. The physical defense EVs allows us to live an Adamant Thunder Punch from Mega Mawile after Rocks, so that's very nice. We have speed for uninvested Heatran, and we live an EQ from Donphan if not offensive. The moveset, basically, it's just here to get up rocks. It can switch into some hits and outspeed Heatran, just click Scald. Honestly, hit this team relatively hard with just the combination of Scald and Ice Beam doing a decent amount of damage to a lot of his team. Honestly, the only thing that resists both is Melodic. Outside of that, I hit everything else at least neutrally, and I can put in a lot of work that way. We're always basically there if Mawile decides to SD in front of me or do anything like that. It's also nice for like a Dragon Ataxorus, or it's just nice if I want to, you know, roar something out. Like if I get in front of a Melodic, like basically we're just gonna sit it there in front of each other and like do nothing back and forth. So yeah, it is what it is. So I can just roar Melodic out, get a more favorable matchup for me, hopefully, or just yeah, it's roar. Mostly there for setup, but in case I just want to yeah, Melodic. It could get real gross if this thing and Melodic are sitting in front of each other. Basically, it's just going to be who runs out of Scalds first in that case. Hopefully it doesn't come to that, though. Next up, we're doing this week 2, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure some of you can guess what you're about to see, but just keep in mind that this guy has Bulu Tran. So, yes, week 2, we're bringing special Landorus Styrian because I'm me. We have Skywalker here with an Expert Belt, and moves are Earth Power, Sludge Wave, Grass Knot, and U-Turn. The speed allows us to outspeed max speed Heatran, and still allows us to be modest, which is nice. We can Oko a Donphan with Grass Knot, so say Sturdy's broken for whatever reason, either with U-Turn chip or rocks or whatever, it dies to modest Grass Knot. When we 2-hit KO Melodic with Grass Knot, and outside of that, we can Oko both Heatran and Tapu Bulu if they don't have resist berries, the respective resist berries for Earth Power and Sludge Wave. They both drop, and outside of that, we can just U-turn on pretty much everything else. Earth Power is also nice to hit Mega Mawile, also nice for Jolteon if it doesn't have HP Ice, which we should be able to live 1 if he's on specs. Hopefully, that could be a bit of an issue, but yeah. Basically, it hits, it can 2-hit KO 4 of his biggest annoying ones, being Melodic, Bulu, Heatran, and Mega Mawile. So, yeah. It's a Lando T, and it's going to do Lando T things. Hydreigon, I still don't have a nickname. I have a cringy nickname, but I'm going to try to come up with a better nickname before the game. But anyway, we have an Assault Vest Hydreigon here with Dark Pulse, Earth Power, Draco Meteor, and Fire Blast. We just decided to go max to outspeed Haxorus. Basically, if he's not Scarf Haxorus, we can just hopefully not miss a Draco and kill that thing outright. And then we live Stab from Cryo, and we live a Dazzling Beam from Offensive Mew with the Assault Vest, and basically it's just 4 coverage moves, of course, because it's Assault Vest. Obviously, we can't do anything else. Dark Pulse hits Mew, of course. It also hits Mew. That's really all it hits super effectively, but that's a big thing that we need to hit super effectively because it's a threat. Earth Power is nice for Heatran and Mega Mawile. Draco Meteor is basically just there for Haxorus and probably more like neutral damage on something like Melodic or whatever. And then we have Fire Blast as a way to do more damage to Mega Mawile / Tapu Bulu. And yeah, pretty straightforward set. Hit, click super effective button forehead, don't miss Draco against Haxorus. That's basically that. And hopefully he doesn't have Dazzling Beam on Mew. Although he kind of has to bring Dazzling Beam on Mew, or he gets pretty damn mauled by Hydreigon. If he brings Ice Beam, that's not doing nearly as much. We should win the 1v1 if he's not nasty plotted up, so that's nice. And then next up we have Leaf Erikson, our Mega Venusaur. Yep. that's happening. With the moves Leech Seed, Sludge Bomb, Stopping Tantrum, and Giga Drain. So, bit of an interesting set. You can see we're a relaxed nature with 116 speed invest. That allows us to outspeed an Adamant max speed Mega Mawile, which is nice. And then we have Tantrum, which 2-hit KOs Heatran. The Stomping Tantrum is not weakened by grassy terrain, so that's nice. Then we also live an Adamant is in Headbutt from Tapu Bulu with our physical defense investment. So, like I said, Bandabulu doesn't even really do that much against Venusaur. It's a 2-hit KO, and it dies to Sludge Bomb if he's banded, so it is what it is there. And then we also live a Psychic from a more bulky Mew, and we live 1 if he's not nasty plotted up, but, you know, Mew's a bit of a threat to this thing, so definitely expect to see offensive Mew. Next up, we have Shaolin or Mienshao with Choice Scarf. This thing, honestly, has a very good matchup offensively, once again, like it did last week. Choice Scarf Reckless, High Jump Kick with Poison Choice Scarf Reckless with High Jump Kick, Poison Jab, Knockoff, and U-Turn. Pretty damn straightforward set. We have Speed for Mew, in case he wants to bring like a random Scarf Mew, and of course I disconnect because my internet is fucking awful tonight. It's literally been dropping out like every 2-3 minutes, and it's just been a fucking nightmare, so that's annoying. But anyway, this thing has a very good matchup against his team offensively, and speed from Mew in case he's like a weird +1 speed Mew, or just like a Dragon Dance Mew. I don't think he would do that. I don't think he can do that, or yeah, or if he Scarf Mew for whatever reason, we can outspeed that, and continue to just click buttons. High Jump Kick has no switch-ins on his team outside of Mew. Everything else takes neutral to super effective damage from High Jump Kick, so... Well, Ninjask doesn't count as a resist because it's a fucking Ninjask. Poison Jab, obviously for Bulu, and just putting in work there. Knockoff for Mew, for whatever, it hits that super effectively. We also have U-Turn, which hits Mew super effectively. High Jump Kick, obviously, deals with Heatran, deals with Cryogonal, deals with whatever it needs to, because it's a reckless fucking High Jump Kick coming from a Mienshao. Jesus. And then last, but certainly not least, I'll show you my notes for Mienshao. It's literally speed for Mew, don't miss forehead. So those are my Mienshao notes. Last but not least, we have Dorian, our Zeraora, with an expert belt. So we got double expert belt, no Z move coming this week. We have Thunderbolt, Fire Punch, Grass Knot, and Close Combat. Speed for Jolteon, obviously. We have our expert belt allows us to 2-hit KO Fizz Def, Marble Scale, Melodic with Thunderbolt. I can honestly see competitive Melodic. I probably should have talked about this earlier. I can honestly see competitive Melodic coming because I know this dude. He mentioned it in his draft analysis that he would consider bringing that with the amount of Intimidators running around. So I can honestly see that coming. But if he does that, that means he's not Marble Scale and he's easier to deal with for the rest of the squad, including this thing, which puts in a ton of work. We 2-hit KO Fizz Def, Melodic with T-Bolt. We 2-hit KO Donphan with Grass Knot. We I'm not going to read the thing that I have written for Cryogonal, but we Oko Cryogonal with Close Combat. Maybe you guys saw it. If you did, no offense, but I mean, it's just a meme. And then we also can 2-hit KO Mega Mawile with Fire Punch. Basically, the game plan is to just sort of chip things down, and Zeraora can honestly just clean late game if I, chip his team well enough to put it in range of everything, because Zeraora, honestly, like with the moves that it has, just sort of cleans if I play it right. And that is the hope, or the plan for the game, I guess you could say. I don't really know what I'm saying, but anyway, that is the squad for this week. Let me know what you think of the squad team, and I will see you all in the game tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Peace.